People in New Orleans East are speaking out as crime continues to plague their community. Even after a week of anti-crime marches across the city, they say they're worried about a murder rate that seems to show no signs of slowing. Evan Anderson reports.
As a week of rallies to stop the violence comes to an end on the steps of City Hall, communities impacted the most by violent crime continue to try and come up with solutions.
And what we're doing is we're taking a very proactive step towards making people more diligent on preventing crime, working with the police department, making them more engaged in the criminal justice system.
We don't have a collectiveness from this community, and that's what's going to make it work.
Roland Doucette is part of an organized group of about 150 men in New Orleans East called Community Legion. He says it's time for the men in the community to step up and do their part.
We've got to turn around primary education out here, and we've got to get a handle on these murders and violent crime.
Just last night, only 3 blocks away from this meeting, 23-year-old Terrell Andrews was murdered in the 8500 block of Kieran Road. It happened at the same time dozens took to the city streets to protest recent violence.
We have an option in the picture. We don't have to sit back and say, hey, let it happen. We can do something about it. Violence will not take over our city. We're going to take a stand.
We want the crime to stop.
Adrian Quintal lives in the Spring Lake subdivisions in New Orleans East.
Every time we would move into a new subdivision, buy a house, we were always robbed. The first year we were at the house, robbed.
Adrian says she feels like a prisoner in her own home.
I don't sleep well at night because you get up, when you hear something, you wonder, is somebody trying to steal a car or whatever?
But it's going to take a massive revamping of the education system, recreation systems. I mean, just everything that you can think of to help get these kids what they need.
Independent police monitor Susan Hudson came from Los Angeles, where the population is 10 times that of New Orleans, with a little over 300 murders a year.
You know, we've got half as many when we should only have a tenth of the number of murders. So just way, way out of control and out of proportion.
Help us to realize that we are not in this alone.
Community leaders want to send a clear message. They will not tolerate violent crime in their neighborhoods. Evan Anderson, Fox 8 News.